I think that if you ask your average American to picture an Idaho student, they're going to picture a really homogeneous, white, middle class, maybe farm kid who hunts and fishes and camps, and that's not my kids. My students are not those people. I live in a community that is definitely connected to agriculture, and so we have a long history of employing migrant labor to work in the fields in my area. So my district is about 80% Hispanic, and these students are kind of living in what I would describe as almost an urban jungle. My students aren't camping and hunting and fishing on the weekends. My students are playing in the playground in their trailer park. They're not having the resources to go experience all the beautiful nature that science has. Their parents don't have the time because they're working second jobs to pay the bills. Their parents can't take them to the museums or the zoos or some of the fantastic enrichment opportunities that exist out there. Several years ago, I had the opportunity to take a bunch of my students to Yellowstone National Park, which you would think living in Idaho would be something that a lot of people had done. However, it's just far enough away that it's something that's out of the reach of my students. And as we were sitting around the closing campfire on the last night of the trip, we were going around the circle and asking each student to share something that resonated with them about the week, a new learning, a new understanding, something that they grew and developed with that week. And one student said, I really wish we had something like this back home in Caldwell. And every adult in the room's jaw just hit the floor, because to us, all that stuff exists back in Caldwell, Idaho. We're an hour away from ski resorts. We're 20 minutes away from the Owyhees. We're just within, driving distance of McCall, Idaho, and recreation and all of those things. And yet my students don't have the resources that they need to experience those things. So when I think about my students, I think about providing them opportunities. I think too often my students, they have the opportunity to look through a window and watch other people do science. They get to look through a window and watch people who don't look like them be scientists and engineers and historians and politicians. And they don't have that opportunity to have someone hold a mirror in front of them and say, no, that's you. You're that scientist. You're that engineer. You're that politician. I see it as a chance to help put more mirrors in front of my kids so that they see themselves as being capable of whatever possibilities they want to go through. And whether that means having community partners who are putting sleeping bags and snow pants in my science closet, whether that be bringing in our local engineering company to work with our students on designing futuristic cities and letting them have a chance to go talk to city councils and to engineering firms about their thoughts and their ideas and be taken seriously. Those are the things that get me excited. And it gives me a chance to talk about my kids and just celebrate how smart they are and how fun they are and how energetic they are and how eager to learn they are. And I think that that's a story that needs to be told more often, because that's not the story I think you hear about my students. So I love the opportunity to talk about them.